Welcome back, everybody, to Narikiri Dungeon. In this episode, I'll be doing some different costumes. Those are items, not costumes. There we go. So I'm going to try Dio's sort of golden knight here, wearing the golden armor. Looks pretty cool. Though those horns look a little strange on the head, but... And then, of course, we're going to do the Beast Warrior for Mel. I love this costume. All three of these are great. With the giant axe, but instead I'm going to be using a giant feather as my weapon. I'll definitely be showing off this paladin style one too. But for now, those are the two costumes we're going to show off, and we're going to do the Gritnir Mountain Pass next. So Roddy is talking about how terrible the destruction is. It's just a completely wasted landscape. Nothing left. Mel is saying it's because of the, mana cannon. And because of the war, of course. And of course, Roddy is wondering, why they know about this. And, what it is about the war. How come they know what happens? And then suddenly this memory of Taos appears. It says, on that day, there was a blue light, blue beam, and everything was destroyed. Roddy says, is this Didis Karan? So yeah, this mountain was there when the blast occurred, and pretty much wiped out any living thing anywhere nearby. Ethos is wondering, why in the world do you two know all this information? But they're being quiet about it. Dio says there's something important that they forgot. And the Taos was right, all along. That they have a heavy weight on their shoulders because of what their other selves have done. Alright, let's check out some of the enemies here. What do we got? I think some of these costumes have an ability where if I scan, it scans all the enemies. Wow, we got a bunch of cute, sexy cat girls and wizards to fight. Kind of feel sorry for them, to be honest. They're just all hanging out there all cute and everything. And then we just come in and beat the crap out of them. What a bunch of jerks. Yeah, it's like auto-scanned everything already. Kind of a nice skill, actually. Okay, take out the cute cat wizard. Now, some of these enemies have stone capabilities to petrify. Have to maybe put on a stone check. Oh, hey, secret chest in the wall there. There was a little crack in the wall, so That's how I knew to shoot the sorcerer ring there, or I guessed that's where you shoot the sorcerer ring. But yeah, the Mel's Beast Warrior outfits are just really awesome. Okay, time for holy bottles for a bit of exploration. Did it get dark all of a sudden? Like, why are we in a spotlight? Wait, maybe one of my characters is blind? I didn't think anybody got blind. Okay, yeah, Suzu has the blind status. Okay. Whoops. That's kind of cool. That's the first time I've seen that sort of effect on the world map. If somebody's blind, you have the kind of limited vision. The enemies here are pretty tough. I'll probably have to put in Mint as my main healer. There we go. As much as I love Suzu-chan, gotta have a healer. So yeah, I want to welcome everybody back to the series. A lot of the reasons why I do these videos, is because these are really cool Japan-only games, and there are a lot of people that maybe want to try them out, and maybe don't know how to do it, or if you can't read Japanese or understand the story, you can use these videos as kind of a walkthrough. Like if you get stuck somewhere and you're not sure what to do, or if you have to talk to somebody or push a button or solve a puzzle that's in Japanese, I'm kind of hoping these videos will kind of show you what you have to do. So if you're stuck somewhere in this game, you've been really wanting to try it out or play it, then just use these videos as kind of a walkthrough. You can see what I did and where I did it, and you can see where the items are that I found, etc., etc. And hopefully you can enjoy playing this game fully, even if you don't know any Japanese. Why is there... There's like a blue... Interesting. I'll have to go back that other... Wow, this place is a mess. I'll have to go back that other way later. But I'll definitely be exploring the full area here. There will be a lot of enemy encounters here without holy bottles. There's so many dead ends and different routes to go. There are some holy bottles. That's a good thing. And now I'm going to use another one. Yeah, it looks like one of the mechanics in this area is occasionally you'll see these cracks in the wall, like that one, and yeah, that's a route that goes somewhere, and there's actually chests and stuff hidden in them. So maybe make sure you shoot the sorcerer ring in all the dead ends. They kind of have a wall. The cracks in the wall, I mean, that one was obvious, but some of them aren't all that obvious. Wow, that chest just sort of appeared or something? Let me see what's in these dead ends here. But yeah, see, some places I didn't really see a crack in the wall there, but there was a hole. So some places there's like a really hard to see crack in the wall, and some places there just doesn't seem to be any. I don't know. basic rule of thumb, just go to all the dead ends and shoot the sorcerer ring into the wall and all the dead ends, basically. Wow, look at this place. Sheesh. Wow, check that out. You can see the wave of damage where the mana cannon probably blasted the wall there. So yeah, not a single living thing here. There's a crack. Nothing, really? What a tease. So this is what happens when the mana is completely sucked dry. You just get massive destruction. And not a single living thing left. Looks almost like forest fire. Except nothing is, gonna regrow ever, probably. Yeah, some of these chests are really tricky spots. But yeah, I'll make sure to show if I come across any really good costumes or, of course, packed rings is really one of the main things we're looking for all the summons. I plan on getting all of those too. Just money. So yeah, some large areas like this, it's really good to have a holy bottles so you can freely explore without being interrupted. But also, once again, it's a two-edged sword because you do need to fight some enemies and level up. But I'll usually do that off camera. This reminds me of walking in the Grand Canyon. If any of you guys ever been to the Grand Canyon, there's some sections that you can walk down, miles and miles of path, just like this. And you just walk and walk and walk, back and forth, all kinds of twisty paths. It's a lot of fun and good exercise, but then, I remember as a kid walking down the path, it was about 3 hours or so we walked, and we finally just decided to turn back. And man, the 3 hours going back, it's like double, because you're going uphill the whole time, and going down is easy, but going 3 hours back, man. I think that's why most people, they hike down into the canyon and then, camp at the bottom and then hike up the next day, because it's just going to take you twice as long to hike back out as going back in, or as going down. But I highly recommend it. It's definitely an amazing experience and gorgeous scenery. And a huge exercise routine, not for the faint of heart. Okay, so I've been in this area. I checked that dead end. So I'm going to go up here, and oh hey, there's a bridge. Oh wow, this area's got pockmarks and all kinds of war-torn damage, scars.
派手にやっちゃったんだね。魔科学兵器はデリスカーラーン全体のマナを吸い取ったけど、ここは直撃を受けた場所だから特にひどいんだ。
And so, what is the lesson learned here? The mana cannon is very bad. Very bad, Mr. Garrison.
なんでかな。なんかぼんやりといろんなことが頭に流れ込んでて。俺もなんかそんな感じ。故郷がこんなだもんね。そりゃ必死にもなるか。どうしてあの時気づけなかったんだろう。
Alright, we have a bit more Daos conversations here. So Roddy's like, what is this? Today is my birthday. How did you know it was my birthday? Is this a birthday present? He's like, oh, today's your birthday, huh? No, this isn't a present? Dao says nothing. Whatever. Thank you, Daos. Maybe he just happened to give it to her on her birthday. Tells her never to lose it. Super valuable item. She says, of course, I won't lose it, because I got it from you. Yeah, the whole story with Daos, you know, is quite tragic. Once again, throwing in that sort of bittersweet style of Japanese storytelling when it's not clear who the villains are. And in fact, in this game, it's, you know, almost like the villains are our main characters, Dio and Mel, because they had big roles to play in the destruction. At least Meltia and Dio. I think I called her Melty by accident in the last episode. I'm thinking of some of the Japanese treats. We have Melty as a brand name of some Japanese snacks. Melty Kiss. Like a Hershey's Kiss or something. Boy, those dogs have really bad breath. Oh, hey, there it is, guys. The Sardonyx. I think that's the packed ring for Volt, actually. I'm not sure why my camera keeps changing. Like, I'm back on the party thing instead of the target A. I'm not sure. There must be some accidental hotkey that I'm hitting in combat that's changing my camera, but whatever. Not a real big deal. Thought I'd throw in a couple fights here. There's some new enemies. I love that Mint. She just sort of runs over there and has to get a couple swings in. Like, yeah, yeah. In her cute little voice, swinging her wand. Okay, trying to just break up the monotony a little bit of the walking around aimlessly. Well, not aimlessly, I guess. I am walking around with purpose. Deep purpose. But yeah, this area is a little different. So I wanted to see if there were some different enemies. You know, we started at that kind of whitewashed section of the mountain, and now we're here with all this pockmark damage. So this area is a little different. Everything's still pretty dead. And my eyes are still bleeding from that awful capture effect. It's starting to drive me crazy. I need to do some editing and figure out why that's happening. I mean, sometimes, you know, the game looks really great. Like, really sharp. You know, during some of the battles and some of the scenes, everything looks fine, and then suddenly it'll, like, just drop frames really bad. Like, it's got a terrible internet connection or something. And the resolution will, you know, go down to, like, 5 by 10. Not quite that bad, but... more lemon gummies going to waste, huh? Oh well. Trying to see some of these red enemies too. I always try to fight the red enemies because they're unique. There's usually a unique enemy to scan, and they have they're quite a bit tougher. So, a good idea to fight all the red enemies that you see. Oh, wow, there's like a new spellcaster there. Well, that was pretty easy. What's nice about this warrior costume from Mel, this beast warrior, is her weapon reach is really far. So if you have it on semi-auto, she sort of positions herself at a pretty good distance from the enemy, and you can still hit them, and they can't hit you very well. So it's almost like a ranged attack, but at the same time it's a straight up physical attack from a weapon. But it's really nice. You're sort of out of range of the enemy and keeping them at range by constantly whacking them with such a long weapon. Okay, I think we've come full circle. Yeah, so there's a chest down there. So I went up to the top, and then I've kind of been backtracking just to see if I missed anything. So I think that's everything in this section. Yeah, there's the save point. Okay. And yeah, I know there was a crack in the wall back at that save point. It was just empty. Well, down to the last holy bottle. But it looks like we're nearing the top. It looks like. Yeah, some of these holes just have nothing. Nothing! Fooled you! Thanks a lot, game. Getting my hopes up. And it's just an empty hole. Alright, boss time, I'm assuming. Whoa, Daos? Surprised Daos is a lot more in this game than I expected. I didn't realize he'd play such a key role. And of course, this time he's going to summon an evil eye thing to fight us. This is that creature that was like in Pluto's dungeon cave, but it ran away. We didn't actually fight it. Well, that's just creepy. I guarantee you this enemy has petrification attacks. Alright, scan the big eye. Level 61. Just in case here, I'm gonna put on a stone check. I guess paralyzed is slightly different than stone because I'm guessing this guy's got stone. Stone abilities, petrification abilities, I'm sure. Ooh, he teleports. Whew, that's right. Get those slimy tentacles off of me. He had those like funny tentacles underneath him. I still think Volt is the more deadly round enemy. Alright, we get another backflash here. More story. Meltia working at the mana cannon. Meltia, let's use it. It? Dios, why are you here? Oto-sama? So they're not Heika, but their military leader and father figure is dead. Meltia refuses, saying the cannon's not ready. And it'll, pretty much absorb all the world's mana. It's not calibrated correctly, and pretty much Deidis Karlan will become a wasteland without life. So he's wondering how long it'll take to calibrate it so it doesn't, destroy all life. 3 days, maybe 2 days. And Dios says we have no time to wait because the kingdom is about to collapse. This is, last defense. It's like, don't you want to avenge father? Adopted father, I should say. Don't do it.
Sorcery energy density 99%. Laser operation system, all clear. All systems ready.
And yeah, big ray of death killed everybody. And pretty much absorbed all the mana in the world to do it. Hey guys, the mana cannon was made in America because it spoke all English. Made from all American parts. Now we know where the weapons of mass destruction come from. You know, I don't feel like Meltia was really at fault here. She totally tried to prevent Dios from using the cannon, saying it wasn't ready. I mean, she did design it and everything, but, you know, in the end, she didn't want to use it. She refused, and, you know, Dios just kind of forced himself over there and shot it anyway, against her will. So I don't see Meltia as guilty as Dios. She was opposed to it the whole time. But I guess her crime is she actually created it. But yeah, all the mana is completely absorbed, even their life force, I suppose. This is the end. This planet. Diriskaran. Father's wish for, you know, peace on Diriskaran, all for naught. There's like nobody left to enjoy the peace. Aha, so there's Norn showing up. That goddess. I don't know if she's related to like Martel or something. She looks like Martel, like almost Martel's sister. I don't know where she fits into the lore of the game exactly. Maybe she's from the Mana Seed. So Dios says that it's not our fault. You know, we're not the bad people here. It's the fault of the war and the situation we were put in. So Norn says, I wonder if that's truly the case. I understand. So she's going to give them another chance. They'll be reborn as children in a different time, in a different era, and we'll see, you know, what choices they make and if they're still going to be evil or not. And they can see, you know, if it's going to be their fault or not. It's kind of weird that Meltia and Dios would sort of get this second chance to decide if they're truly, you know, evil in their hearts, like if they were bad people, or if it was really the fault of the war. Another one of these, you know, sort of Japanese conundrums that they love to put in storytelling and video games. So yeah, Dios and Meltia are Dio and Mel. It looks like Roddy saw the scene as well. The backflash. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. They have this chance to see, you know, once again what they did from a different perspective and decide in their hearts if they were really bad. I mean, yeah, the war is bad, and, you know, being in war times is a terrible thing, but they still had a choice. You know, they still had choices. And they could have chosen not to participate in the war at all, but they straight up did, both of them. In a big way, they were part of, you know, the war and participating in the destruction. So they're going to go see Daos, apparently. They want to talk to him. They have a few more questions of Daos here to fill in the gaps of the story.
ダオスは多分この世界の
So
南西
Daos Joel. Hey, we're gonna go to Daos's castle, the final dungeon in the original Phantasia. Things are getting heavy and serious now. So here's our main characters talking about Dio and Mel and their relationship to the war and Daos and everything. Of course, our main Phantasia characters also, aren't completely innocent. They played a role as well.
二人が魔化学兵器に関係したのも戦争があったせい
Fortunately, Chester doesn't blame them for Ami's death, his little sister.
そうなったら運命そのものを憎まなければいけなく
But yeah, Unmei, everybody chooses their own destiny and their own fate.
でもその運命が僕たちみんなを
And in ways, they're all intertwined together. Cool way they've done this story. But yep, I'm going to take a break here. Thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll see you in the next one when we enter Daos Castle. Johnny!